Sabotage probe after another Malaysian Airlines flight is forced to make emergency landing after landing gear malfunctions. Plane suffered landing gear malfunction after taking off in Kuala Lumpur. Flight MH192 was travelling to Bangalore in India, a 90-minute journey. But passengers were left in the air for 4 hours until landing at 2 a.m. Now police confirm they are investigating possible elements of sabotage. Malaysia's special branch will probe potential interference on runway. Incident comes 2 months after the mysterious disappearance of MH370. Plane vanished after takeoff in Kuala Lumpur and has still not been found. With questions still unanswered whether missing MH370 was sabotaged, Special Branch Police in Kuala Lumpur today began a sabotage inquiry into a drama involving another Malaysian Airlines jet. Police Chief Khalid Abu Bakar confirmed that an investigation had begun into whether flight MH192, which had to turn back to Kuala Lumpur while flying to India, had been interfered with before takeoff. The Boeing 737-800 aircraft, with 166 people on board, landed safely in Kuala Lumpur after a tire burst and the right-hand landing gear malfunctioned. As passengers praised the pilot for the safe landing, Acting Transport Minister Hishamuddin Hussain demanded that the police begin an investigation into the incident. Inspector General of Police Mr. Baker then announced that a thorough investigation would be carried out to establish if there were elements of sabotage involved in the emergency. Mr. Hishamuddin, who has been a central figure in the investigation into the disappearance of MH730, has given Malaysian Airlines just 2 days to furnish the Malaysian Cabinet with a preliminary report into the incident. After the incident, he posted a picture on Twitter as he met the passengers off the plane and reflected, "Their faces says it all, sick, thank God they are safe." The aircraft had to conduct a turnaround during a routine 90-minute flight to Bangalore and make an emergency landing back at Kuala Lumpur Airport 3 hours after takeoff. The minister said the airline did not have a reason to be unable to provide an early report into the incident. The Department of Civil Aviation has also been asked to provide Cabinet with a report as soon as possible, said the minister. Such incidents should not have happened, said Mr. Hishamuddin, despite the aircraft, piloted by Captain Noor Adam Azmi Abdul Razak and co-pilot Prakash Kumar, landing safely. "This is why I have asked the DCA and the Police Special Branch to conduct a review on the national carrier's standard operating procedures concerning their flights." Despite his apparent deep concerns, he praised the pilots and cabin crew for showing outstanding leadership in handling the ordeal. "I am very proud of the pilots and crew members who kept the passengers informed and calm until the aircraft landed without incident," he said. But the minister said he did not discount the possibility of sabotage following incidents that have struck the national carrier in recent weeks. He was referring to 2 emergency landings of other Malaysian Airlines planes, one in Hong Kong and the other in Kathmandu, and the prevailing mystery of MH370. Passengers on the flight also praised the pilot for doing a good job in landing the plane safely. Several said they knew there was something wrong with the plane after a particularly bumpy takeoff, although the cabin crew were able to keep everybody calm. Marta Alonso, a Spanish citizen traveling to Bangalore to start a new job as a telecommunications engineer, said she knew something was not right as soon as the plane took off. "It was bumpy and shaky. Not long after that the pilot announced we needed to make an emergency landing. It was frightening," she said. Australian national Maslahuddin Khan, 40, also praised the pilot. "There was turbulence during the departure but the landing procedure was handled well. We panicked at first but all remained calm." The malfunction came nearly 2 months after Malaysia Airlines lost flight MH370, which mysteriously vanished en route to Beijing. The Boeing 777 has still yet to be found, despite weeks of extensive searches in the southern Indian Ocean where it was ruled to have crashed, killing all 239 people on board. Aircraft and ships continued to search the Indian Ocean northwest of Perth today, while the Bluefin, 21 underwater search vehicle scoured the ocean bed. But, as in previous days, searchers have failed to find any clue to the whereabouts of the aircraft. Over the weekend, Malaysia's defense minister gave a deadline of today before new plans would need to be made regarding the ongoing search for MH370. On Saturday, Mr. Hishamuddin Hussain, who is also the country's acting transport minister, said it was his understanding that the search effort is entering a critical stage in the next 48 hours. Whatever happens in that period, we will then regroup and discuss our next move. Mr. Hishamuddin was speaking in Kuala Lumpur as the underwater drone Bluefin, 21 was sent on its 7th mission 1,500 miles northwest of Perth, Western Australia, to search for any sign of the wreckage of the Boeing 777 aircraft. The minister's reference to just 48 hours revealed less optimism than comments by Australia's Prime Minister Tony Abbott, who had forecast that the search would continue at least until the end of this week.